Hey,
This is live.
we're live. This is Chris from Armament and Axes. This is our first live podcast. We're just winging it. Thought we'd give her a shot. We have my brother Derek here. He is we have our green screens up because we were going to attempt to do some green screening, but that didn't work. Hey Trinity, what's up? My bad. We also have Scott. That's his channel. Go to his YouTube channel, Gorillas and Guns. Check him out. He's sporting his Santa hat tonight. Also, I wanted to say that Scott, new grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
You have any pictures?
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, I can show you.
Pull them up on your phone. Well, while you're doing that, I will introduce our other guest here from Kentucky Firearms Network. How you doing tonight, Zach?
Hey, I'm good. How's everybody else?
Doing good.
Got Scott showing his grandbaby.
Right? Let me lock on you. Wait a second here. There we go.
Is it working?
What's that?
Yep, only a couple days old now.
Yeah. There's in the chat. She'll be 10 here in a little. 9.5.
Is that your granddaughter?
Yeah, that's his daughter.
Vanessa Kitty says, congratulations on the newborn.
Can't type in that chat. Why is it going on?
Able to, you just gotta get to it. This is our first time. Like I said, we're just winging it. We thought we'd try this. We basically just got most of this figured out today, so excuse us.
Yeah, we had a couple of changes of venue and time, and
yes. The original plan. This was just.
He's still got it locked on me, I think.
I go back.
Sorting out all the technical stuff, guys.
Yep.
All the technical stuff. We were supposed to do it on the Tyven show. He couldn't make it because his scheduling and family and stuff like that. Do it here.
There you go.
I am sharing right now to Hank's Army of Strangeaholics.
Yeah, if you guys are watching the YouTube video, there's going to be a delay, so I wouldn't even watch it. Just watch this one.
Yeah, there is a bit of a delay, so I think it's kind of funny. I'm just like, but I'm looking over there at the chat. Let's get it. I will sign in.
Hey, Masto, what's up, buddy?
Giving people a couple minutes to time in or tune in.
Yep.
Just saying that she just sees my logo, so I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I think I just see yours.
No, I can see you on the screen too.
Yeah, so can I. Yeah, you're coming in.
Even on the YouTube screen, I see you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, Trin. We can all see on the YouTube. Are you? Well, you're signed in. You're commenting, so.
Yeah.
No, I can see us.
Yeah.
Masto. I met Masto, and if I can pronounce it right, I met him through Made Everyday channel. That's Mark Carricker's channel. That is Matt Carricker, Demolition Ranch's brother, and that's how I met him.
Oh, right on.
Oh my God!
Stream.
Oh, she hasn't gone to the new live stream. She's still stuck on the pre-chat.
She just got to refresh it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hit that refresh button.
Refresh it, Trinity. This was started out, we were going to, and we're still going to do a little bit of it. This was going to be a Hank Strange podcast. We were trying to get some other people, and he just had a giveaway on a Stag 10. Try and get the winner on. He couldn't make it.
Yeah, I still have that one right here. See it?
Oh, the ghost gun.
I still got it. Yeah.
You still got that gun with the? Do you?
Yeah, what was his name? Jackson's old man.
Old man. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Congratulations
to him, man, for sure.
Yeah, lucky dog.
He actually, I think he said he sent a letter to the company.
Do a shout out to the Tyven show. He made it into the chat. Also, the Archangel is here.
What up, Tyven?
Little shout out.
A lot of
Derek
good
got his hat on.
Yeah. Tyven, check out Derek's hat. Safety Harbor Firearms Trump Rooster on. We got matching patches tonight.
Yeah, Jackson's old man's in there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Right on.
He said my gunsmith buddy. Go ahead, Chris.
He said I messaged him about it, and he said that he's letting his gunsmith do a few things, and he's going to work up a few loads for him so he can go bust hogs with it. So,
can you give him this one here too, so we can tune this one up? I haven't quite got the sights 100% right yet, but I'm working on it.
If you don't know what he's talking about, you go ahead and go over to Gorillas and Guns YouTube channel. He when the giveaway was still going, when the contest was still going, he made a little video of him shooting his cloaked Stag 10. So
yeah, my Strange Dreams video. But
yeah,
this was actually the gun I used to shoot the target during that video.
Let me click on you there, buddy.
Yeah. That's the piece I use, my little Smith & Wesson Model 64 38 Special.
Nice.
Yep. 1975. Wood grips. So,
got the little grips on it.
Yeah, it's just a J-frame.
Archangel said Gorn time already.
Yeah.
And Chris, your granddaughter would like a shout out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you have.
I shouted you out already, Trinity. Trinity Wooster in the chat. That's my granddaughter. Hi to her. She's 9.5.
All right, you can unfix it from me now and put it back to the normal.
No, I like looking at your Santa hat.
Oh, I'll show you something else I got.
Anyway,
something else that interesting.
What's that? Chubby bearded tattooed gun owner. Well, see, you told me to get it off of you, and then I put it back on you. So now you got to stand back. It's on you. You got to stand back up so everybody can see.
Oh, I got to stand back up. That's Forged from Freedom t-shirt.
Oh,
that is very specific.
I
mean, it describes me to a T.
Yep. That's Forged from Freedom. This is my Hank Strange t-shirt. So,
nothing fancy for me. I'm wearing my Walmart hoodie and my Trump Rooster.
And for some reason, this is reversed on here. I haven't figured out how to flip it, so everything's backwards, which is kind of weird. But I don't care.
Looks like Shoot My Revolver in Single Action is in the house.
Sweet. What's up,
buddy?
Hey,
what's up?
Or I carry my revolver.
So he likes this then, because that's actually it's a single double. Sorry.
Well, I guess it isn't reversed. In our little thing here, it's reversed. But watching YouTube, it's not reversed. So hey, So, all righty. Like I said, this is a let's wing it, and this is our first time doing it, so we kind of don't know what we're doing.
All new to us.
Well, we could get started.
How's the weather,
points.
Lawrence? Oh, well, we're just getting going.
Okay.
It snowed up here today. Oh, probably 35. It was a real wet snow. Probably got an inch. It's basically snowed slush. So, not too bad.
It is cold and rainy here in Kentucky.
Same in Columbus.
Yeah.
You getting snow yet, Scott?
No, it was actually kind of like 60 degrees today and rainy.
Oh, lucky.
Pretty much, Vanessa Kitty, on a wing and a prayer. Yeah. So, yeah, Jax, old man. As soon as you do get that back, get a hold of me on Facebook or whatever. Wouldn't maybe talk about it and show it off a little bit. That'd be pretty cool. So, you lucky dog.
He's all down there in Florida, and it's 80 degrees. He said.
Lucky. Looks like a little snow here in St. Louis in Illinois.
Yeah, we're all up north. I live the farthest north. I'm just south of Lake Erie, probably 20 miles or so, right in central Ohio. My brother, Derek here, he's on Columbus. Scott from Gorillas and Guns, he's Virginia, Richmond area, somewhere in that area. Of course, Kentucky Firearms Network, I'm sure you can figure out where he's from. So,
from Indiana.
He's from Idaho.
No, you don't. No, you don't, Archangel. You don't wish it could snow there. No.
I would trade snow for 80 degrees any day.
I got mixed emotions about that. Sometimes I like snow and sometimes I don't.
I don't like snow. The more I don't like winter.
I mean, if I didn't have snow every once in a while, I could do my tactical snow angels.
Those are important.
Yes. Much more important than tactical roles or hiding behind concealment.
Sorry. Anyway, yeah. When I get going here, how we all met. Derek's my brother, but
you're stuck with me whether you like it or not. Sorry.
Yeah, what I can do about that. He said today, and it's so funny because I've been into shooting and firearms pretty much my whole life. I'm a reloader. He really wasn't into it when he was younger, but he just recently got into it, shooting a couple times, and he got the bug. He's bought 3 guns in the last 2 months?
Yeah, I bought the 9mm. Then I got the Ruger AR-15, and I just got a Smith & Wesson
yesterday.
So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get the M&P.
Well, that's a long story, but my 9mm and back to the manufacturer getting work on. That's my go-to carry, and I had to get something to replace that. So believe it or not, I got the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 380, my little noisy cricket. Really barely fits in the palm of your hand. So
nice. I had a Bodyguard probably about 5 years ago or so. See you later, Jackson's old man. He's heading out.
Yeah.
Have a good night, man.
Take care, buddy.
And I actually got rid of it because I did not like the trigger on that at all. It was a really, really stiff trigger on the Smith.
That's
I'm not for sure if they've updated them since then.
Not really. No, I agree with you. I've shot it once, and that was kind of my experience yesterday when I shot it for the first time. So
yeah,
that's my biggest complaint.
Heavy trigger, and looks like we got Chris Bullis in the comments now.
What up, Chris?
Nessa
Yes,
says
and
my
that's
handguns
okay.
are quite a bit larger.
He has a Kunin 357 1911.
I got
Those are
big
sweet.
guns.
Let me
Big
get
guns.
on you there.
That's the full size.
I'm trying here. There we go. That's your SIG, isn't it?
Yep, SIG P320.
That's the one that everybody's crying about, the drop test.
Yeah, still got the original trigger. I don't believe in tainting my guns. I like pure things.
That's funny. Painting or upgrading, what, you know, who knows? Yeah, I mean, this is right now that's my my daily carry. It's back up a little. That's the Taurus 2. I've heard a lot of pros and cons about it. Now Derek had he had some extraction problems with it. Have probably at least 600, maybe 700 rounds, and I have not had a malfunction yet. So, real sure what's up with Derek's. He sent it back. They're going to fix it.
I mean,
Vanessa said, "Stop hammering weapons, and those shells might not go off."
Yeah, they wouldn't. You know, I mean, the drop tests I think are just so terrible because, you know, when especially with this one, they say it's got to drop and hit like this at this negative 30-degree angle in order to go off. So, you know, they had to drop it like well over 150 times to even come close to hitting it in that exact spot. You know, but everybody's sitting there just banging with hammers. Of course, you're gonna make it go off banging with a hammer. But how does that mimic a drop test?
Right. Well, you know, the other night about, you know, the whole weight of the trigger and different things, and I you know, I don't know. I have yet to have an experience with them. Honestly, I in any gun and not having it go off. I mean, that's just me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm dropping guns, and I'm not going to drop it on purpose to see if it would go off. And I would not.
Good idea.
I mean, honestly, I would not want any of them to not go off if you drop them. I mean, that's just me. That's a safety thing that you want to think about. You don't want that to happen if you were to accidentally drop it, but don't drop it, right?
Yep. I plan on keeping my gun for a long time, so dropping it on the ground and getting damage all over it does not please me at all. So.
Right, exactly. Anyway, anybody else got any guns they want to show at the moment? Eric, you had something handy earlier. I didn't bring anything in to pop out.
Do you have this?
Uh-oh.
This is my pride and joy.
What is this?
Looks
I know
like a
what it
Ruger.
is, but you got it.
High point.
It's a high point. Extra large high point.
Yeah, no, this I got. I've wanted an AR. I can't remember for how long. It came down between the Smith & Wesson M&P Sport and this guy. I got this because Chris already had a similar model. And even though, you know, an AR is an AR, I assume, hey, if there's anything goes wrong with it, he'll take care of it. He's already got one. So this is so much fun. It's scary. I love shooting this.
Who's that made by?
Ruger.
Oh, Ruger.
Yeah. That's seen that little Ruger emblem there, the little bird.
Yeah. The Phoenix, I guess, is what it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Shorty said, "Is that your daily carry?"
Shorty. That's a new name to me.
Is Ruger?
Yeah, he said it's his Ruger, his daily carry.
No, typically it's the same Taurus that Chris has. I mean, that's my daily carry, so I had to get a replacement for that. But that's a Taurus getting repaired right now, trying to address an extraction problem. So hopefully I'll have that back soon. So, I mean, I love it. It shoots great. I shot his before I bought mine, and he's never had an issue. So,
I tell you what, I just
Didn't
bought
malfunction
a
at all.
Taurus Millennium G2 probably about a month and a half ago, and now I got me a where's the trying to get this in the camera? Yeah, I got one of the rebates. Did
Right
you
on.
all? When did you get yours? Recent or a while ago?
I bought mine in July, and mine came with
Did that come straight from Brazil?
to the NRA, so that finally just came.
I actually just now opened this, so we will see what it is.
Uh-oh. This is like an unenveloping. An envelope.
Well, they butchered my last name. They're missing about 8 of the 12 letters. They give you a
Yeah,
little
how do you pronounce that?
Shireliki.
Okay. I would have never guessed that.
So it comes in a little.
Hey, we got 9 thumbs ups. Oh, look at that. Not too bad for our first one.
Sweet. We got
It comes in a little Taurus card. It says to activate your card. Blah blah blah. And I'm trying to see if it actually says anything about the rebate. Nope, they don't say thanks for buying or this is what your rebate or anything. It just tells about how to use your card. So there we go.
Is it written in Portuguese since Taurus is in Brazil?
Oh yeah, it's it don't even have a Spanish instruction on there actually. It ain't bad.
Well,
The gun, I think I bought my Taurus for I think I got $280 and they gave me $40 off. So that ain't bad. $240 for a Taurus Millennium G2.
Nice. That's a good cheap little gun.
I lucked out on one of our local places here. It's called Fin Feather and Fur. Special on it was $199. NRA membership, and normally it was I think $259 or something like $2. But I saw it and I went, and I had shot when somebody was out at the range, and handed me the gun and a full magazine and said, "You want to shoot it?" And well, what do you do when somebody says that? When somebody hands you a gun and a full mag and say, "Do you want to shoot it?" What do you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure. No. And one of the things that
Boom.
Oh, Zach's showing us some knife porn.
Vanessa was asking about she said something about a letter opener, and I said, "Here's my letter opener."
There you go. That's a good letter opener.
Yeah, here's my. Of course, this was in my unboxing video.
What you got there?
A Gerber. It's a Gerber.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's my daily carry pocket knife.
Here's my daily carry.
I'm in my pajamas, so I don't have my daily carry knife.
Case Big Buffalo.
It's not a great white buffalo, is it?
No. It's a pretty big knife.
Like,
I mean, it's bigger than pretty big blade on it.
Keep track of everything.
Spyderco PM2, very nice. I got a. Go ahead.
Got a what?
Oh, I carry my revolver in single action. Said he carries a Spyderco PM2, and I was trying to figure out where my Spydercos were, but I forgot. I sent my. I had a Spyderco Tenacious, and the screws on the belt clip.
Tenacious.
The screws on the belt clip actually didn't just unwind. They pulled straight out and stripped the little notches where the screws go into the pocket clip. So I ended up sending that back to Spyderco.
I had that happen on a couple knives. So
Chris Bullis said he shared it to the Strangeaholic group there, saying that was a Strangeaholic group therapy session.
Masto says Ginsu knife all day, every day.
Oh yeah.
Got to get a Ginsu. I can cut this tin can, and look, I can still slice perfectly through these tomatoes.
I tell you what, this case knife's pretty damn sharp, or darn sharp.
Yeah.
Just trying to watch my language because we had a granddaughter in the house.
Yeah.
You use the right verb.
Yeah.
That right adjective. No, like I said, I kind of had to look to find an American-made Gerber because most of Gerber used to be all American-made, but most of them now kind of went to China. So, but there are some really good products knife-wise coming out of China. So, but I just American-made one. I had a really nice Spyderco. It was the all serrated. I'm trying to remember of it, the model of it.
I carry my revolver in single action. Wants to know if anybody uses the EDC flashlight.
I think Scott was just, or Zach was just showing us his. I do have one. It's an iNova. As I've carried it for so long, the starting to go on it, and it's guaranteed for life. I'm gonna have to send it back in because a little light. It's LED. Uses the what are those batteries? The CR123s, I believe. So yeah, that's your flashlight, your phone.
Here's my flashlight I got. I carry it everywhere. It's a Energizer. It's probably about, I don't know.
It doesn't look like a fluffy white bunny.
It's about 6.5 inches long, I guess, but it does what it needs to. For me, it's real super lightweight.
Fluffy white bunny.
Fluffy white bunny.
Anywho, no, we were talking about this little Taurus, and the one thing that really sold me on this gun, it's empty. There's no mag in it. See ya. The thing that I really liked is very short, and right there it breaks.
Yep.
There it resets. Right. Breaks, reset. Very, very short, nice little short reset. Plus, it has capability. So, upon inspecting this and how it works, kind of uses. Could have put it on me to show you. That is. Like I said, upon inspecting this, I could take it apart. It's very simple. Comes apart just like a Glock or Smith & Wesson M&Ps. They all come apart with the two little side things. Models, I'm not sure. I cannot remember what the SV40s. They're an updated Sigma. I have one of those, and because I got it for $125. Wanting to sell it, he couldn't trade it in. So I don't know. For $125, and
nice.
it's good. I mean, I can't complain. It's the trigger's kind of crappy on it, but I've improved it a little bit. But the way that the trigger works on that, and the way that the trigger works on this thing, a combination of kind of a Glock trigger and the Sigma trigger. So it's really weird when you take it apart and look at it. They have two different sears. So anybody else got anything they want to show or talk about?
I got all my USCCA stuff that I signed up for. Send you a nice little magazine monthly. Looks like it's concealed carry magazine. This is the November-December issue. I don't know if it comes out every couple months or like they do quarterly or not. And then they give you a you get the USCCA sticker. They send you a little packet. I'm trying to see. I can't really see my camera. There we go. They send you a little packet with information. They got like a quick reference guide in there. And they send you your USCCA membership in another packet. Okay, and then it tells you when the magazines come out. You get one. Looks like every other month. Tells you what your self-defense shield benefits are, and then you get your USCCA membership card. I went ahead and got the gold membership. That seemed like the right one for me. I actually got into the USCCA stuff whenever they had the Santa Claus shooter. What was his name? Marcus Weldon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That episode is when I got the USCCA membership. I started looking into it a little bit, and I was like, it's a good idea to go ahead and get. And the gold membership is the one that I went ahead and stuck with. I think they got 3. I think they got a gold, a platinum, and a sapphire or something like that. But
yeah, they got a silver one too.
Yeah, silver gold, and platinum, I believe.
I think silver is like the bottom of the line one.
You might be right. I'm not 100% sure. Let me see if I can pull up their website.
I get
bad.
like 3 emails a day from Tim Schmidt from USCCA.
Yeah, they. I'll wait till if you sign up for USCCA, you're going to get probably 1 million emails a day, because I know when I signed up, mine like doubled.
Yeah, all that came from. No, go ahead.
They got the USCCA shoot expo or whatever coming up in Kentucky. It'll be here April, I believe it's 12th, 13th, and 14th. Kevin Dixie's going to be there. I plan on meeting up with him, so that'll be pretty neat. That's actually the weekend of the gun shoot at Knob Creek, so that means Walter will be in town too. So
right on.
Knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Go meet up with them.
What's the date on that?
Let me double check that. Just make sure I give everybody the right information.
Right.
USCCA.
What you got there, Scott?
This is my Model 320 made by Stevens. It's actually imported through Savage Arms out of Westfield, Massachusetts. It's made by Sun City Machinery in China, somewhere in China.
Huh.
So it was made in a sweatshop by a bunch of eight-year-old little girls. No, I'm just kidding.
But you never know.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know. I mean, since the Chinese babies are, up for adoption, and like 200% of them are girls, maybe if they don't get adopted, that's where they go. They go to labor camps or something. I don't know.
I see. No, is that pump action?
Yes, sir. It's actually a really good gun. I bought it at Walmart for $148.
How much?
$148. It was on rollback. Normally they were like $179, I think, but I got it on rollback for $148. I'm currently looking at I want to say it's a Winchester 308 bolt action rifle there. That's $259 on sale. Normally $279, so it's not like a big sale or anything. But I've been thinking about doing like a little series on Walmart guns. But this one's been really good. Yeah, they sell a bunch of ammo. This one actually works really good. I mean, Hickok 45 even did a video on this shotgun as well. So
Cool.
Speaking of Hickok, I met him when I was working at the machine gun shoot at Knob Creek.
Yep.
And I remember the first time I seen him, like years ago, like I had no idea that he was as tall as he was. Like I was standing there and I'm 6 foot and I'm just like talking to him like this.
Dude's a giant, yeah.
Like just staring up at him. And his son is like the same. Like they legitimately look like some Vikings.
Yeah. Especially when John had the long hair, I'm sure he looked real Viking-esque.
Yeah. Ask Eric. He was a couple weeks ago to play music, and one of the guys that comes out and jams with us, got a friend from work, and his name's Garrett, and he's got to be 7 foot tall. I mean, he's just dude.
Yeah, easily. And the great thing is, our bass player Chad is about what, 5'5", maybe. We still got to get a picture with those two standing next to each other.
That'd be quite funny. Archangel is saying something about people out in California not being able to get ammo. They passed that law out there.
I wonder who Shorty is in our chat here, because
I guess that makes up the name.
something was put in the chat, and that is something that calls him. So I'm not real sure who that is in the chat.
Yeah, that's a new name for me, Shorty. I haven't seen that name before.
Yeah, only spelled with a D and not a T.
It says
Shorty. You know, LOL. Is that Hank Strange trolling us?
No.
It'd be funny if it was.
Could be my buddy Dave.
Likens? Oh.
Sure, it could be. It could be Todd. I don't think it's Todd. It's hard to say.
I'm gonna say it's Hank. He's trolling.
It's not Hank. It might be Chad.
It says it's not. He already says it's not. It's not who though, but he's not specifying. He just says it's not.
Yeah.
We got a mystery guest.
Yeah.
Hey, keep watching anyway, so that's good.
Yeah.
He says, keep going. So we're gonna sit here the whole episode just guessing who this guy is.
It's Kevin Dixie.
Ding, 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 ding. What's up, Sadly? I should have guessed with a Shorty, you know. My man, you coming out to jam tonight with us?
Is that Chad?
Pretty sure that he said ding, ding, ding. You got to remember, there's word. Yeah, that's Chad. There's a delay on what you guys are seeing and what we're seeing, so it's you got to kind of watch the chat, and I think it's about a 6 or 7 second delay. So you're coming out. That's cool. Not sure who all is going to be there tonight, but it's fun. Last one before Christmas. I don't know if we will next week or not. We didn't last week. That was a cool beans, man.
I carry my revolver single action. Said it was Jaeger.
No, if it was him, he'd be spouting off a whole bunch of egotistical stuff about himself.
I actually met Jaeger at Knob Creek.
Really? What was your personal impression of him then?
I use Beano.
Like face to face, he was actually like pretty tolerable guy. Like he he was sitting there like, nice to meet you. He's like, thanks for watching my channel. I told him, I was like, you know, I've been watching your channel for a while, and he's a pretty nice dude.
That's cool. That's cool. No, earlier we I mentioned earlier we kind of all met through Hank Strange. He put up Well, he has a weekly podcast. They're off right now until the first of the year.
So he must hang with Yankee Marshall if his screen name is Midget Trainee Hooker Lover.
The Yankee Marshal. Oh my God. How we all kind of hooked up through Hank's channel. Weekly podcast. It's every weeknight at 7 p.m. on his channel, Eastern Standard Time. But a while back, did one of his podcasts, and someone I can't remember who was on that night. You guys remember the night that about Jaeger?
That was
Kevin
Forge
Dixie.
from Freedom.
Forge from Freedom.
Oh,
That's right. Sam was on there, and
Yep.
Sam had done something for him because Curtis from the VSO Gun Channel, I guess, had asked him to do something for him, shirt wise or something, and kind of blew up at him. And Hank, you guys should go watch that episode if you go look. I'm sure most of the people in the chat have probably seen it.
Yeah.
yeah, that was a really good episode.
The information that Hank had no clue about all that. So,
Right, especially with Reed. I mean, Reed is such a nice dude. I mean, I don't foresee how anybody could, bash him like that and just.
well, he basically said he stabbed Reed in the back. And,
oh yeah, big time.
Sam and KD. It was Tuesday's podcast. Yeah, last Tuesday.
Yep.
Thanks, Archangel. So, I mean, I hate to pass judgment on anybody. I don't watch Jaeger anymore. He just, some of the things he says and his attitudes, I don't care for him. So I don't watch. But the things that Hank were saying about what he did is, you just don't do those kind of things. So
Right. I mean, I've seen Jaeger come across a few times, watching some videos. So finally I kind of clicked on one of his things, and I was just kind of sitting there like looking at this guy going, is this guy for real? I mean, his ego just like exudes from him, So I don't know. It put a bad taste in my mouth right from the jump. So I just never watched him again after that.
well, I watched a couple of them, and I do know other people that like his channel, and to each his own. You know what I mean? That's
exactly it.
Honestly, what was said, I can't support the guy. So everybody else can make their own judgment, but I can't support him.
Yeah, I don't. Nope.
So anyway,
the only one thing I did find funny was when Jaeger told the Antifa people that they can come train with him and his crew anytime, and that they would use live rounds during training.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I did try to give him one more chance.
So Derek, what's up with you? You working on videos? If nobody knows, by the way, Derek is my tech guru. I'm the gun guy and he's the tech guru, and turning into a gun. We're teaching each other, put it that way. He's teaching me tech and I'm teaching him guns. So it's working out good for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm off until the 3rd, so we are going to get some videos posted to the channel, and you have me to thank for the delay on that. So for that, I apologize. We've got a ton of videos material.
Yes.
We just got to get it edited and up on the site. So that is going to happen before the 1st of the year. So definitely.
Yes, Chris, there is at Hank's channel, there's a snippet of just that rant from the podcast of what was said about here. So you'd have to go check that out. Yeah, how many videos do you think we got, Derek?
Oh, good. Well, we got the original shoot. You've got the one we did with Tyven, which we could break that up into several different videos. Then we have, the unboxings. Then we have the most recent one we did, which is the one we just did in the snow, freezing our butts off. But yeah, we've got at least 5 or 6 ready to go. So I just got to get them edited and they'll be ready to go. So yeah.
Right. Which what we're going to do is we're going to edit them together over the internet. We have a program we can do that. So he's going to teach me the ins and the outs of that stuff. So yeah, it was snow. We went out to did an unboxing video, boxing videos, and by the time we got back out to the range, pretty good. And that was the snow. I don't know if any on my Facebook post that I believe it was the next day that it ended up amounting to about 6 inches of snow. I can't remember. Maybe it was it would have been maybe Sunday night that it snowed like that. I can't remember, but yeah, it started snowing and blowing so bad everything just couldn't. Yeah.
Well, hey, we shot for a good 3 or 4 hours anyway. So
we shot a few different things. You definitely got your fun in. One of ours out there, he had it's an AR. I can't remember. I do believe I can't remember if he said he built it or if he bought it that way, but it is a pistol with the brace on the back, and basically a short barreled rifle. It's pretty sweet. And then of course throws really big fireballs. I'm pretty sure we captured some of that on video. But he also has a VP9, and say what you want about HK. I like that VP9. That's a sweet shooting gun. Controls are a little bit different, but every time I shoot it, I like it. So that's anyway. Anybody else got something going on? Go ahead.
I'm not sure how to say his name. Masto Katoma.
Mastocytoma.
He said that the world needs more indoor ranges, and I don't know how it is for you all. I figured that'd be a good topic. Here in Kentucky, at least my areas and the 5 or 6 ranges I've been to, indoor ranges, like for me, it tend to cost like a lot more to shoot at than an outdoor range. Like Knob Creek's an outdoor range. And I'll use who is it? There's an indoor range. The indoor range here costs like $20 for 1 hour, and I think it's like $30 for 2 hours. And then I think they do like a $10 half hour shoot. Versus Knob Creek being an outdoor range, they are $10 and you can stay all day. I tend to go to outdoor ranges, even if it's like below zero, just so I could stay there all day long and not have to worry about, oh crap, my half hour's up. How is it for you all?
My outdoor range is my backyard, so I don't have to worry about that. That's free.
That would be awesome.
Price of ammo. But the indoor range, yeah, I mean, it's a little expensive. It is $20 an hour. If you're a member, you can obviously go and shoot for free. But membership is like, they've changed it since the new range has opened up there. It's like $40 a month or something like that. But I mean, you can go there early. It opens early for range members. Get 10% discount on whatever. And then if you bring guests along, if you don't have a guest pass for your guest to be for free, it's only $10 for them to come along and shoot with you. So, I mean, it's a half a dozen of one, 6 of the other. If you're going to spend a lot of time there to save money, I would say, go ahead and get a membership, versus not having a membership, because everything with the membership tends to work out a little bit cheaper. But that's only if you go a lot. When I first got my membership, I was like there at least, 3 times a week for a good 2-3 hours at a time. So
you said that was an indoor range?
Yeah, indoor range. Yeah, I got a video posted up. It's the Winding Brook Indoor Shooting Range here in Ashland, Virginia. You can see a video I got on. Plus, I follow them with the Facebook page and everything too. A bunch of great guys over there. I always get along with everybody really well when we go there. And I mean, they've got a pretty nice facility, and they try to keep rifles and pistols, kind of separate, so that way people can shoot bigger guns. If you just want to go there with your rifles, they have one, or with your pistols, they have one base specifically just for pistols. All the rest of the bays you can shoot anything else in. So,
oh, that's cool. Do they have caliber limitations, or?
I've shot all the way up to a 50 AE over there, so I don't think they really have any caliber limitations. It's just more or less the style of bullet you're shooting. Obviously they don't want to tear up your backstop or anything by using green tips or anything like that. So,
right. No, I just wondered. I mean, they're not going to let you shoot a 338 Lapua or a 50 BMG. I wouldn't think so.
Yeah. See, I don't think anybody's ever tried to bring anything like that there. Not that I know of. So I really couldn't tell you on that. Because the 50 BMG and a 38 Lapua are very large bullets, very powerful. I've seen people there with AKs, 300 blackouts, so 308s.
I got a funny story from my first time at the gun range indoor. I went to the gun range, and I was probably just turned 18 at the time. I went to this indoor range, which has changed ownership like 1,000 times now. So I'm not even sure the name of the company anymore. I went to this range, and I had like a single shot 12 gauge that I bought for myself for my 18th birthday. It cost like $75 for the shotgun. And I was just sitting there, just playing around with it at the gun range. And next thing you know, like my eardrums, like even through like 2 things of headphones, just like went deaf. Like the guy beside me is just unloading with the MG42. So,
oh, wow. And an indoor range?
Yeah, the indoor range. The guy's just sitting there going crazy with like the MG42s. I'm just sitting there like, what the heck is going on? And
yeah, the indoor range around here, they'll let you bring machine guns. We got one indoor range that has machine gun rentals, so that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it kind of turned me off though, because
nice.
the dude that was right beside me, like shooting it, he was like just tearing everybody else's targets up, and I was just like,
yeah, that's
he wasn't
just
even
rude.
he didn't even put a target out. Like he just used everybody else's just so he could like, I guess, test it out or whatever, just to say he shot it.
Yeah,
But
I'm sure everybody else was.
oh yeah, the range, they ended up going and replacing
We got
everybody's
another
targets
new
because they have like a
person in
rent.
the chat. R. Hendry.
What's that?
What's up, R. Hendry?
Hey, what's up? Thanks for stopping by, man. Try and drop into Hank's when you can, brother. This is our first, and if you read the title, we're just winging it.
That's what I'm good at. That's
Gotta
all I
start
ever do is
somewhere.
wing it.
That's pretty much what we do too. You got to start somewhere, man. That's all I can say. Got to start somewhere. Anyway, Derek, why don't you tell us about your experiences at your. I know that you have about where you live.
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit, buddy. Are you talking about the indoor range experiences I just had?
Yeah.
Interesting. I know, and you guys talked about indoor versus outdoor, and normally when I go shoot, we're up at Chris's range, which is outdoor, and it's they limit their membership to a maximum of 100 members at any given time. Every time I've gone with them, we were the only people there. So I got kind of spoiled, and there's a couple of different indoor ranges here, and they are very nice, but each time there was, the first time I went to, it was Blackwing. There was a guy loading his revolvers, had it broken in half, but his barrels were pointed right at me. Barrels weren't downrange. That was number one. Number two, and this is kind of minor, there was a guy that brought in an AR, takes his case, takes it back on the bench, takes out his AR, and he was not pointing it up the air, walked it up to the to his lane, and then they came in and reprimanded him for that. Then the last time I went down to Vance's and walked in, had my eyes and ears on, I'm getting ready to shoot, and I look back, and there's this couple that don't have either their eyes or their ears on. I just kind of looked back and told them, hey guys, you might want to put your ears on because I'm getting ready to shoot and I'm not going to wait on you. So I mean, based on my experiences, I will take an outdoor range any day, especially one that does have limited membership, or at least polices their lanes a little bit better. And like you were saying, anybody shooting up my target from a different lane, yeah, that's not going to go over real well. So
yeah, no,
yeah.
I mean, there's rules you got to follow. It's just simple etiquette and common courtesy. You know what I mean? You don't walk in there like, hey, hey, this is me. I'm a badass. I'm gonna kill everybody's targets so they can't shoot.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm with you. I mean, even if it's cold outside, I would take an outdoor range. Me personally, just my personal preference.
Yeah, there's an outdoor range one street over from my house here, and that's why I ended up shooting outside at my house. I was just like, oh, well, they can do it. They're out there popping off guns all day long. So I went and checked all the county ordinances for where I live, and the only one rule the county has is no hunting with rifles. So
That's weird.
That's in Ohio as well, I believe. So,
yep. So I'm able to go ahead and I built a berm and started shooting out in my backyard.
Deer hunting, they just opened that up not too long ago. It was just shotgun single, and then it's been quite a few years. Hell, I got here in '93 with a 357, and I was in the '90s when they opened it up to handgun. But before they opened up to rifles in handgun calibers, definitely to maybe a pistol caliber rifle.
Yeah, carbines are really nice. Something you could do 9mm or something like that would be pretty sufficient, especially if you're going to pop off a lot of rounds, because 9mm is pretty cheap. So, you can reload it really easy too.
Well, the calibers here are pretty well, I shouldn't say pretty specific. It's limited to 357. In other words, the bullet has to be 357 or bigger, not necessarily the cartridge. Wall pistol cartridge. Some of the that they list that you can use were never intended for a pistol, and it's kind of comical that like 4570 government, 444 Marlin. How about you? But I have no desire to shoot a 444 Marlin in a handgun. It just does not excite me one bit. So
I did shoot the Smith & Wesson 500 revolver. That was a rental one time. That had some pop to it.
That's the one gun I have not shot yet that I really want to shot. Really want to shot it. And I want to shoot it.
It was fun and not practical. Obviously, the rounds were, well, at the time, and I'm going back, gosh, probably about 10, 12 years. Yeah. $2 a piece, the rounds. And your buddy of mine, shared the cost of the rental, and we each bought, I think, 10 rounds each. And yeah. Oh, that was a hand cannon.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like the Desert Eagle. It's not a practical gun, but it is so much fun to shoot. I love shooting that thing.
Well, I did get the opportunity to shoot a Desert Eagle when I went out with Chris. A buddy of his had one, and I tell you what, I like that a little bit better than that Smith & Wesson 500. Not practical, but a little bit easier to handle than that revolver.
Right. The recoil is much more manageable. I mean, it has a recoil system, whereas a revolver doesn't have a recoil system. So, that thing is just going to come back and pound your hand, every time you shoot it.
I think the butt of my hand was bruised after that experience. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the one that Demolition Ranch. He hates shooting that gun. He said it's terrible. So.
Yep.
kind of funny watching us in the chat here, and then I look over at the YouTube screen and I'm watching what I just said 5 seconds ago.
I'm not even watching the actual YouTube video because the lag and it throws everything off and it's confusing.
Yeah, I'm just going off the chat. I got the video on the live stream paused.
Yeah, that mastocytoma is talking about Paul Harrell. He's actually a pretty good gun guy to go watch on YouTube. He does some pretty outrageous things sometimes. You know, there was one video I watched where he had a watermelon right in front of him, and I mean literally right in front of him. He pulled up the gun and boom, blew up the watermelon right in front of him. I'm sure chunks of watermelon were probably all over him. But he's really gun savvy, really knowledgeable. You know, his videos are pretty good to watch.
Yeah, as a YouTube channel, I'll have to check him out.
Yeah, Paul Harrell. Yep, he's got a good channel.
Something else in Hank's thing, you might want to go check out the Kevin Dixie rant. He gets a little heated, and language isn't the cleanest in some spots, but his
yeah,
spot on. It's good to hear him say what he has to say, and you need to hear it. So
Kevin Dixie is a very passionate dude about what he's doing. You know, I mean, he's out there, you know, not just dealing with the Second Amendment. He's also out there, you know, dealing with communities and trying to get communities, to a better point. You know, so
I think that was the big part of his rant was he does a lot for his community, but he also keeps the Second Amendment close to it.
Right.
Like he does things for the community in the name of the Second Amendment, which I agree.
Right.
You got all these anti-gun groups. They're out there doing all these benefits and picnics and helping clean the streets. I mean, if you was to take a group like, let's say, Kentucky Firearms Network, which I'm still growing my organization, but I mean, you don't see people out there like cleaning the streets. Like, oh, let's do a trash day where we go up and down X highway and we clean it up and have all of our shirts on that says Pro 2A, blah blah blah. But you do see a lot of people that are in the anti-gun community doing stuff like that. And I do agree that more needs to be done for the community from the Second Amendment guys. And I was reading the chat. Archangel said he's heading out, so we'll see you later.
See you, Arch.
There we thought maybe we would talk about got involved in the Second Amendment and why we feel strongly about the Second. Mine goes back. My uncle was he was military, very very strong pro Second Amendment. My whole family was. I grew up around it, but I just enjoy guns. My uncle, I got to shoot his 1911 old. So from then on, I was pretty hooked. But to me, honestly, other than I do love to shoot, I believe that the Second Amendment was put in there for a reason. It was put in there to guard against a tyrannous government, domestic, meaning our own government. So, we want to restrict your rights to own a gun. That just tells me they want to restrict our rights to be free, and
that's why I call those people freedom haters.
Yeah. I basically got into the Second Amendment. Let me try that one more time. I basically got into the Second Amendment because I am way too lazy to work out. So, I believe in the right to defend myself. I believe in the right to defend my personal property. I believe in the right to defend my home, my family. You want my gun? Yeah, come get it. Sorry. it ain't gonna happen. So, and like Chris said, we used to shoot quite a bit when we were younger. We used to go hunting with our father quite a bit. He continued to shoot. I kind of fell out of it. But, at the same time, I've always been a Second Amendment guy, even when I wasn't shooting on a regular basis. So to me, it's just common sense, basically. It really just is. I mean, if you have half a brain, anybody looking at that situation objectively, stepping back from it would come to the same conclusion. The Second Amendment is just common sense. So,
for sure.
Right.
I mean, when I was younger, I grew up most of my life, I mean, doing martial arts, Golden Gloves boxing, played sports and stuff. But, I'm older now. My body aches. I'm fat. I'll admit it. I'm a big fat guy.
You and me both, brother. You and me both.
So, the next logical step to, I mean, like I said, you got to defend yourself by any way, any means possible, so that's the next best thing, I mean, it's the easiest way to defend yourself when you otherwise physically can't. So, it just makes sense. It's common sense, like you said. And I got into the Second Amendment, I would say more because, I do believe in the Constitution. It was created by the founders of this country, obviously for a reason, whether it be freedom of speech or, what have you. The whole Constitution in a ball was made for us, for we the people, so that way we could live in this country and have freedom the way they never had freedom in the country they lived in prior to creating the United States. So, Second Amendment being the one thing that helps us keep our freedom, it's probably one of the most important ones, other than the freedom of speech, because everybody should be able to say what they want to say, regardless of what somebody else thinks about it. If somebody else doesn't like what they're hearing, hey, walk away. You don't like what you're looking at, you don't have to look. So, that's all there is to it. I mean, people in this country nowadays just really need to grow up and get over it, instead of going, well, everybody needs to think the way I think. If not, I'm going to run and tell mommy. That's what it is. All this PC nonsense. That's basically what it boils down to. Is they're like a bunch of kindergartners going, oh, I'm going to tell the teacher on you because you said blah, blah, blah.
Generation butt hurt.
Well, to that point, and you make a great point, let's say for the sake of argument, if I honestly felt that eliminating the Second Amendment, removing guns from legal gun owners would actually be effective.
Oh, it would.
Thank you. There's no way. It's not going. It's only going to hurt. It's only going. There's no way it's going to help, because law-abiding people, sure, they'd give them up, but what and I know this argument's been made a million times. It's not going to work. It just won't.
Then they'd be calling to have the UN come in and control the whole United States at that point. So.
I mean, it's just not an effective means of
No.
trying to detract gun violence, and I mean, it won't work. Period. End of story.
Right, so. But everybody goes and points to the 1% of gun crime. Oh, mass shootings. Oh, school shootings. That's only 1% of it. And if the mental health care was up to snuff in this country the way it should be, instead of just sitting there throwing drugs at everybody that doesn't help them out, it only makes them worse. Once their body and brains get used to the drug itself, it kind of wears off and has an opposite effect. If we didn't have all that stuff, there probably wouldn't be as many problems as there are.
Yeah. And, I work for a company, and, I work for a software company, and part of what we do, and believe it or not, our software is in the Sandy Hook school system now. But our and that's what it's there for. And we have, a situational awareness system that we deploy to be able to, not necessarily completely eliminate the loss of life, but significantly reduce it and isolate it to a certain area. But, that being said, our stuff didn't go into Sandy Hook until after that tragedy happened. Gee, folks, if we would have been there before, you wouldn't have had that issue.
Right.
So,
but the problem still was a mental health patient.
They got lost in the system.
Right.
They got lost in the system, and he's
on all these drugs, and these drugs, they only work so good for so long. And then, like I said, they create this negative effect, and it's like threefold. It comes back threefold on them, and you know, it's just it causes a way worse problem. You know, if we could eliminate drugs from these people and try to treat them maybe a different way to help them correct themselves, you know, we probably would have far less of these problems. But still, that's only 1% of the issue.
Yeah.
You know, the other 99% is all the criminals out there. You know, the gangbangers. That's where the violence comes from. You know, they say, you know, and there's even reports on it. I want to say it was John Stossel did a thing on gun control years ago where he basically disproved the whole theory of gun control anyway, right in his thing. And, you know, he went to prison and he was talking to criminals in a prison. Oh, well, what about carrying a gun? Are you going to let the law stop you from carrying a gun? They say, no, if I want to carry a gun, I'm going to carry a gun. And each one of those criminals also agreed that they would rather go to an area where they know citizens can't own guns because it's easier for them to create crime. Because if they're in an area where more citizens can own guns, they fear for themselves. They don't want to die either.
As well,
because they don't know what they're going to go up against. You know, they're like, hey, if I know this guy owns a gun in his house, I'm not going to his house. I'm going to his neighbor's house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. And to your point there, I mean, you go back and look at, you know, the most, you know, common situation, the situation we're all aware of, Columbine, Sandy Hook, the Virginia Tech. There were opportunities to prevent that, you know, from a healthcare perspective, and they were missed, and they were badly missed. And there were signs that people ignored. So, yeah, I think that's the bigger issue when you really look at it. So, yeah.
One of the things that really got me, though, is the one thing that we all have to look at is things happen. What was the sign out in front of these places? What did it say?
No zone. No firearm zone, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no firearm zone. So
in
what does that?
In a lot of places, you know, schools, you can't have firearms anyway. They're thinking about the children at that fact. You know, some communities have different rules about their schools and stuff like that. But most communities, like even here in Virginia, you know, you cannot carry your firearm in any government building, any school or church. So, or if the owner of the facility that you're going into posts signs saying no firearms allowed, you still cannot bring your firearms there.
Right.
But
funny thing about
I'm sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead, bud. Go ahead.
I was saying along the lines of the no guns allowed. Here in Kentucky, a no gun sign means nothing to me. And I mean, there are certain circumstances, of course, places where your concealed carry strictly prohibits you from carrying. But like if I went to, let's say, a mall, we got a mall in town. They have no gun signs posted on every single one of those doors. And I carry right through the door anyways, because in the state of Kentucky, unless it has a KRS code attached to it, the only thing that can happen is the landowner can ask you to leave. If you don't leave beyond that point, you get hit with trespassing.
That's
so
the same.
My opinion is I'd much rather be, hey, you need to leave. Okay, I don't need you don't need my business, obviously. So I'll go somewhere else, but I'm carrying my gun into that place anyways.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's a little different in Ohio. That would be preferable, but yeah, I think it's a little different in Ohio, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's just like he said here in Virginia. I mean, you can carry your gun in there still, and they can just ask you to leave. It's not an arrestable offense unless you start hooting and hollering and, you know, whatever. But, you know, only a jackass would do that anyway. So,
yeah. But to your point, Chris, though, you know, when you look at that sign in the front of the door, what's that say to a criminal? No guns allowed. Sweet, perfect opportunity. It's a no.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. What's the saying? Fish in a barrel.
Yep.
Like shooting. Yeah. I mean, that's easy prey. I would have to check. I believe Ohio is a lot like Kentucky, that basically they just ask you to leave. They tell you to leave, and if you refuse, they get you for trespassing. I'm the same way, though. I mean, courthouses, police stations, I'm not going to carry in there, you know. But
sure.
I something. It's on. I half the time I carry every day, so it's part of me, and I don't even think about it. And I've walked into places not even looking, and walk out and oops, oh well, I don't whatever.
Right. See,
So,
I open carry here in Virginia because you don't need a permit to carry a gun here. The only time you need a permit is for concealed carry. And there's so many more restrictions on concealed carry than there is on open carry. So at the moment, I prefer to open carry. I even if I do get a concealed carry permit, I will still probably more open carry than I will concealed carry. Just depends where I'm going to be going at that moment in time. You know, some places I don't really feel like I want to open carry just for specific reasons in those certain places, but I'm still not afraid to, but I'd rather not. So,
Yeah.
right. Well, we have too. It's strange, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, we do have it. But depending on where you're at, you could almost be cited with inducing panic, even though it's legal.
yeah.
Well,
See,
but the way I'm sorry, but the way it was explained to me though, and this was by my guy, and I got trained by the same guy. I think you did, Chris, correct?
No.
Okay. Well, at any rate, yes, that is technically true. But I mean, yes, we have
Okay.
freedom of speech. But if you go into a movie theater and you yell fire, that's inciting a panic. Okay.
That's like yelling bomb in an airport.
Exactly. That's illegal. Okay. Now you can open
yell bomb on a
carry.
plane?
There you go. Yes, you can open carry, and someone could try and maybe argue that you were inciting a panic. But unless you whip your pull your firearm out, start acting irresponsibly, it's like trying to argue against this freedom of speech. I mean, unless you do something irresponsible, based on what I was told by the guy who trained me, it's pretty hard to prosecute if you open carry, even in Ohio, unless you do something that basically where you're asking for it. So.
Right. Looking at the comments. Well, Masto, where are you from? He put.
Yeah. There's restrictions.
Here there are restrictions on carrying certain events like concerts or public assemblies. Yeah, we got that here in Ohio too. I mean, it depends on the venue. It all depends.
Yeah. See, the way I look at it, Virginia is like a good old boy state. I mean, we still have a lot of Second Amendment rights here. The Second Amendment's pretty open here. There's a lot of gun carriers and owners. I mean, I walk in my local Walmart and I got a gun on my hip, and I could probably see 5, 6 other people doing the same thing. So, and it's pretty common around here. So it doesn't incite no panic or, cause for alarm or anything when you see somebody walking down the street with a, sidearm on their hip. So.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people around here, and I never thought nothing about it because why would I care,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could open carry. I don't know. It's one of those things. Is it better that they don't know you have it?
Yeah, I think it depends on the situation. Like you were saying before. I mean, there's certain times where I think each would be advantageous. It just kind of depends. But I think it's the same in Ohio. You don't even need a permit to open carry. I mean, anybody can open carry, from what I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you're not a felon or you're legal to do so. Yeah.
Right. Yep. I mean, that's the same anywhere. I mean, you got to be legal to do so. I mean, there's lots of illegal people that carry as well too. So, but they don't carry out in the open. So.
Yep.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. If you don't have a permit for a concealed carry, well, you're illegal no matter what. I mean, you could be a law-abiding citizen, but the minute you carry concealed, well, you're not a law-abiding citizen if you don't have a permit.
Because you're breaking the law, right? I mean, there's some states out there, where they have a full constitutional carry, which is amazing to me. I love that, and which is one of the reasons why I'd like to move to Vermont, other than all the mountainous country they got out there where I could build a bigger shooting range. But they have a constitutional carry that allows you to carry your gun however you want to carry it. So no permits needed, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of states like that. Those are the free ones. You know, I can't remember. Yep. I would have to look.
Yeah,
Utah, or I think
Vermont, West Virginia, and New Hampshire. Yeah, there's a few of them, quite a few of them. I think Arizona might be one of them too. That's a pretty big gun state.
I can't remember how that all goes. No, I started to say that states put it right in their constitution that Second Amendment was ever repealed, they'd secede from the Union. So
that was probably Texas.
Derek. No, it was like Utah or something like that. But
yeah,
I'll tell you what, though, Texas does have some great gun laws. You know, for the you can somebody shoot or trying to steal your truck, you can shoot them, kind of thing. So
yeah,
that's
one of the things in Kentucky's constitution I liked is you take, for example, like what happened in New Orleans, where they were going around confiscating your guns.
Yeah,
which obviously I don't want this to happen to anybody, but in Kentucky's constitution is actually written in there that if somebody is trying to force, or let me rephrase that, if somebody's trying to go around confiscating your gun during a federal or a national emergency, disaster or something like that, you actually have you have the right to shoot them, like no matter who it is.
That's loud. Be the little angry guy, right?
Yeah.
You got to make sure you open your door with your Christmas hat on.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I have a funny story that happened.
You want what now?
I was in my living room and I had probably 20 guns on the living room floor, and I was just got back from the range, and I took like 8 or 9 of my buddies from college, and I had probably 20 something guns laid out on the floor, and I had what was it I had? I had I think it was a Colt M4 in my hand, and I heard somebody knock on the front door, and I was just like, who the heck is this? So I opened up the front door, and there's like 2 Jehovah's Witnesses standing there. And I just kind of put the gun behind my back, and then they looked at the floor, and they was like, we're just going to leave this pamphlet, and you have a good day, sir. And I'm like, yeah, you too. They didn't even give you the whole spiel well, we'd like to talk to you. It's just like, here's our pamphlet. See you later.
When you make 2 Jehovah's Witnesses lose their motivation to give you their sales pitch, you've done a good job. That's not easy to do.
I dig it. That's how I'm going to answer my door from now on.
Yeah.
Well, I got a good one too. What it was somebody going door to door and mulching leaves, bagging them and mulching them, putting them in big yard bags, and a gun on me. And I saw that guy, so I just kind of make sure I hiked my shirt up enough. I mean, for one, I'm in my own yard, and I can carry if I want, whether it's open or concealed. It doesn't matter. But just enough to where you could, it's just kind of sitting on it. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw him walking up the driveway, so I made sure I turned the lawnmower just right and was working. And I looked away and I knew he could see it. I turned back and he was walking back down the driveway. He didn't even bother coming up, knocking on the door, doing anything. I'm like, well, it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to scare him or nothing, but it was just one of those,
I don't want to talk to you right now.
Yeah. Busy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, anybody else got anything?
Toma, he's said he has to get out of here. Gotta go, guys.
Yeah.
Y'all definitely do more of these. Great job. Thanks, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
You have a
we're
great
trying.
Christmas as well, man.
No, this is my jam night. I'm going to play music tonight. Too bad brother Derek isn't up here because he could come out too. He was up a couple weeks ago and played. So
Yeah, it's probably going to be 2018 before I get up there again, but I'm hoping to get up either the first or second Saturday of January. So,
all righty, we'll let you know on that one. It's a year and the holidays. Our jamming is pretty spotty. Everybody's got family going on. So, anybody got anything else before we get out of here?
Well, just to touch on these last two, dream gun to owner shoot. Okay, favorite gun that I have shot. We have to do these really quick.
Yep.
Wow. Favorite gun. I got to go with my own AR, my Ruger AR. That's my favorite gun I've shot so far. Dream gun to owner shoot. I know we already mentioned it. I'm going to go with the 50 BMG. I would just like to shoot one. Own one? Yeah, sure, but definitely would like to shoot one.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to shoot one too. My dream gun that I would love to own and love to shoot is a PPSH 41. I don't know why I like that gun so much, but it is just like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. I guess it's probably because I like the really old cars, you know. The cars I like are all from the 30s and the 40s and stuff mostly. So, you know, it's just those old, really old-fashioned stuff. Plus, it's just, I don't know, the sound it makes and just does something to me.
What about you, Zach? You got a dream gun that now you've been to Knob Creek.
Oh, I work Knob Creek twice a year, so I've shot pretty much everything. I think my favorite gun I've shot is the MG42, and the only gun that I can really think of off the top of my head I haven't shot yet is a Mini. So that'd probably be my dream gun to shoot is the Minigun.
The minigun, yeah, that'd be cool as hell to shoot.
I used to work at gun shoot every year at our range, and I got to shoot. A lot of people would bring them out, and you know, you could either buy their ammo or you just, you know, bring your own ammo, or a lot of them would just hand you a live mag and go, here you go, and it was like, sweet, thank you. But I did get to fire the MG42, and I tell you what, wow, that thing is fast.
Yeah.
You know, yes, I've never fired a Mini. Nobody ever had a Mini. I have fired a 50 BMG. It was a single shot. I got to fire that twice. I never did get to fire the now we did have somebody with one out there with it and flip it open, and I don't recall ever firing it though. So we had so many different guns. I shot I don't know how many different Thompson submachine guns, Uzis, Mac 10.
Tommy gun too. That's a nice one.
Yeah, they're fun.
that would be fun. That would be fun.
And you know, the weird thing is you look at them and you wouldn't think they're heavy. I mean, especially with that rear stock on there. That rear stock is weight to it, put it that way. Trying to think, MP5K, that was fun.
Ooh. Yeah, those are nice.
Smith and Wesson. What's that?
Yeah, I've been looking at the PS90. I'm really getting into that gun a little bit. But I'd like to rather have the P90 because that's full auto. So.
Yeah, you know, it's just a $200 tax stamp and a little bit more money.
Yeah. By the time you're done, you're spending like 15, 20 grand. No big deal.
No, the owner of the gun store that I work for, he had in class 3 weapons. So I got to shoot them all the time. He had 2 different M16s. He had a full-size old school style M16 that was just straight up full auto, and he had the CAR, the car.
Mm-hmm.
That's another cool
if you,
ass gun.
yeah, I mean, basically it's an M4. I mean, if you look at what the M4 looks like now, only,
Yeah.
you know, it did have the carry handle. Of course, you've seen it in the movie Platoon. A couple of them in that. But anyway, he had one of those, and it was kind of neat. It had semi-auto, and it had, I don't know how it worked. I cannot remember, but it had a 3-round burst. Now, when you put it on full auto, if you just tap the trigger, but if you pulled it, it'd run all the way.
Right.
It had the long, you know, the long suppressor that was, or, you know, not suppressor, suppressor, but real short barrel. That thing. Oh my God. You know, you go full auto and just big old wide fireballs, you know, this big. So
Didn't have a very good flash suppressor on it.
No, it didn't work all that well. So anyway, I'd like to thank everybody hanging out in the chat. Not a whole lot of them, but it was cool that we got this together and we did this.
Yep. Even though we did start off late.
Next time we will be more organized, and yeah, we will actually have the backdrops we want, and hopefully not the same technical difficulties we had today. So
yeah. Well, you know,
we got to get Chris hardwired in so he stops chopping.
I will hook that up.
You know, it's strange because you guys are kind of chopping on my end too, so I don't know what's going on. So
yeah,
it's just your connection.
Yeah, whatever. I'm the end of the modem, so
that's weird.
Well, what you got coming up, Chris?
Not a lot, man. I'm going to jam tonight. Hopefully get out and do some shooting soon, but of course the weather permitting. You know, holidays, all that crap. But I don't care. I'll go out in the cold. I just this finger starts itching.
Yeah.
And you can't scratch it this way. It just doesn't work, and it starts twitching. And
if you go out on a Saturday, Sunday, make sure you let me know. I'll make the trip up. So
okay, yeah, I can.
As the Archangel was just saying, he said that we're all from the Church of Strange, and pastor is Hank Strange. So all hail, praise Strange.
Oh, that's funny. We're gonna get
you
out
got
of here.
Anything coming up, Derek?
No, nothing planned. Looking forward to getting my Taurus back. I'm gonna buy, not this year, of course. 2018 is a week away. In 2018, soon I'm gonna buy a Smith & Wesson 40, and then I know one of you guys was mentioning it. I think my next one after that is going to be a bolt action 308. So those are my plans for 2018. And then, of course, I'll be driving up north above my brother to take me out to the range to let me shoot him up there. So those are my plans. So,
what about you, Scott? Any video plans coming up?
Yeah, actually, I'll be having a video coming out tomorrow for Christmas. That'll be the last one for the year. I might do another one for New Year's, just depending on what pops up in my head. Like I said, every time I do a video, most of it is just based off of the tiniest little thought, and then I just kind of bug out from there and get the camera rolling and do some stupid stuff.
Which is always fun.
Wing it.
Yes, I just wing it, just like we're doing tonight. It's all just about winging it, flying by the seat of my pants. But I will say tomorrow's video does involve a ham.
Ooh,
No.
that sounds like fun.
Uh-oh. Doing a little ballistic experiments tomorrow, are we?
No, it's not ballistic. It's just a fun. It's going to be a short, quick little video just to say Merry Christmas to everybody. But
okay,
you'll have to wait till tomorrow to see it.
All righty. You got anything planned, Zach? I mean, anything with you or what?
I think next Sunday I'm going to be going to a new range. Probably trying to do some 360 video there. Maybe do like a review. Other than that, just keeping the Kentucky Firearms Network Facebook page going, spreading the news of all the gun nonsense going on, and Make sure everybody likes and subscribes to all of our channels. Likes the videos, and that's pretty much it. Everybody have a Merry Christmas.
If I had a Santa to blow up Archangel, I would definitely be blowing up a Santa Claus.
Ooh. We've got a Binary X next year that could happen. So Binary X thing happen next year. So
it's a binary to do some experimenting with. Blow up, but we're gonna find something to.
Santa's not a bad
teddy
idea.
bear down.
Yeah, Santa's not a bad idea. So
Yeah.
Just don't shoot a snowman because
I
What-
can't.
I was
I
gonna
don't have
say,
any
don't
snow.
shoot don't shoot a snowman because Kevin Dixie will get mad.
Yeah, I don't have any snow, so no tactical snow angels, no snowmen, no reindeer.
Yeah, but next Saturday, Tyven's channel, we're going live at I believe 5 o'clock. So we got that one going, and anything in between then, just check it out and make sure you like the videos.
Blow up Hillary Clinton. Doll.
Lord.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
say
can't
doll.
say-
Say doll.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton doll.
Say the doll.
You know something? It's she's not an elected official anymore. You could say
Right.
blow up hill.
Oh God, somebody's gonna get a 2-shot suicide.
At least,
Oh,
at
that's
least
funny.
we don't. We're not monetized anyway, so they can't take that away from us.
You know. Can't lose what you don't get, right?
That's right.
Oh wow.
I'm
Alrighty,
gonna-
guys, let's make this a wrap.
Yep. All right, guys. We'll see you all next weekend.
thanks everybody.
Yep. Thanks for
See
coming
ya.
out.
Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Ho ho ho.
That's what.
Everybody do the waves.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. See y'all.
All right. Peace, man.